Rome was a land governed by law and order, a civilization forged in discipline, duty, and destiny. From the ashes of kings through the Republic to the might of Caesars, Rome stood as the heartbeat of the ancient world. Its voices still echo through time, in words carved on marble and wisdom spoken by men who shaped history itself. Cicero once declared, "Salus populi, suprema lex esto." Let the welfare of the people be the highest law. A command not of power, but of principle. For the Romans understood, greatness is not measured by conquest alone, but by the justice that sustains it. From the lips of Horace, poet of the Republic, came this enduring call: Carpe diem, quam minimum credula postero. Seize the day, trusting as little as possible in tomorrow. To the Romans, time was the truest enemy and the wisest ally. The moment you waste cannot be reclaimed. The moment you master becomes eternity. Seneca the Younger, philosopher of Stoic resolve, taught, "Non est ad astra mollis aeteris via." There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. Virtue, he said, is forged through hardship. The soul that has not suffered has not been tested, and the untested soul cannot rise. Julius Caesar, at the Rubicon, spoke words that would seal the fate of nations. Alea iacta est. The die is cast. In that instant, hesitation gave way to history. Rome's destiny was not written in prophecy, but in courage, the courage to act when return was no longer possible. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reflected on power and humility. Imperium sine virtute nihil est. Power without virtue is nothing. He ruled the world, yet reminded himself daily that kingship without wisdom is mere vanity. True strength, he wrote, is self-mastery. From the Senate floor, Cato the Elder warned, "Carthago delenda est." Carthage must be destroyed. A reminder that resolve demands action. In the Roman world, conviction meant consequence. Words carried the weight of will. Seneca, again, spoke to the brevity of life. Vita si utis scias longa est. Life, if you know how to use it, is long. To the undisciplined, time slips through idle fingers. To the wise, every moment becomes a step toward immortality. Epictetus, born a slave and risen to wisdom, declared, "Ducunt volintem fata, nolentem trahunt." Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling. The Stoics saw freedom not in escape, but in acceptance, the power to choose one's attitude when choice itself is gone. Ovid, the poet of transformation, whispered a truth that endures. Tempora mutantur, et nos mutamur in illis. Times change and we change with them. Rome understood what many forget, that adaptation is not weakness, it is survival, it is wisdom. Lucius Annaeus Seneca offered a mirror to human folly. Errare humanum est, perseverare autem diabolicum. To err is human, to persist in error is diabolical. He urged reflection, not pride. For only the man who corrects his course can steer his destiny. From the legions came a timeless maxim, a soldier's creed. Si vis pacem, para bellum. If you wish for peace, prepare for war. Peace is not granted, it is guarded by strength, by readiness, by the discipline of those who stand between chaos and civilization. Virgil, poet of empire, wrote in the Aeneid, "Forsan et haec olim meminisse juvabit." Perhaps someday it will be pleasing to remember even these hardships. In every trial lies the seed of wisdom. Rome believed that struggle is not the end, it is the crucible in which destiny is born. Sallust, historian of moral decay, warned, Concordia res parvae crescunt, discordia maxima dilabuntur. Small things grow in harmony, great things fall through discord. Rome's strength was unity until pride divided it. Empires crumble not from the sword, but from within. Marcus Aurelius, in quiet contemplation, wrote, Memento mori. Remember, you must die. It was not despair, it was clarity. Death, to the Romans, was the teacher that made life urgent and virtue necessary. Juvenal, satirist of a decadent age, mocked the weakness of the masses. Panem et circenses, bread and circuses. He saw how comfort enslaves more surely than chains. When a people trade virtue for pleasure, freedom fades. Appius Claudius Caecus, ancient statesman, declared, Faber est suae quisque fortunae. Every man is the artisan of his own fortune. Rome was built by men who refused to be victims of fate. To act, to build, to endure, this was the Roman creed. Tacitus, chronicler of empire, offered a warning to tyrants. Corruptissima republica plurimae leges. The more corrupt the state, the more numerous the laws. He saw what comes when order decays into control, when fear replaces freedom and justice becomes a mask. Pliny the Elder, witness to catastrophe, left us with humility before nature. Fortes fortuna adiuvat. Fortune favors the bold. He perished at Vesuvius, seeking truth in the storm, a life lived without fear of death, for knowledge was worth the risk. Augustus, Rome's first emperor, declared, Festina lente. Make haste slowly. Wisdom and patience, the twin pillars of leadership. In every empire, the reckless rise fast and fall faster, but the steady hand endures. Cicero, ever the voice of conscience, left one final plea. Nihil est laudabilius quam virtus. Nothing is more praiseworthy than virtue. He died for his principles, proof that words can be sharper than steel and integrity can outlast empires. And so as the marble fades and centuries turn to dust, Rome still speaks. Its wisdom was not bound to temples or thrones. It lived in the hearts of men who dared to think, to act, and to stand. Rome teaches us still that discipline is freedom, that courage is peace, that virtue is strength. For empires rise and fall, but the Roman spirit, the will to live with honor, that endures forever. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more ancient wisdom. See you in the next video.